Now there's at least like 10 like top 100 level puffs, in my opinion.
For sure.
And that's like wild to me. I think that's wild. I don't think we've ever seen that. And then obviously Sheik's, right? Like,
well, we knew that Sheik was a good character even since like the day we booted up Melee in 2001. We just kind of felt like this character's got it going on.
Right, right.
So, yeah. I mean, they're both, they have their faults too.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean, we were talking about, what was the matchup? Falco versus Sheik, and we're like, who do you think wins this? It's too even to call. This one, as far as character strength, I think they're both like around the same tier, but in this matchup, historically, I think Puff has gotten the better end of Sheik, but Sheiks have been making moves, little things here and there to make it a little more doable. I mean, J-Mook just beat Acebox for the first time.
Yeah.
And Pluff has shown that he can do it too.
Yeah.
So.
I always thought this matchup wasn't as bad. Okay. Let me rephrase what I'm about to say. A lot of top tier matchups, right, that are bad, like Falco Marth. This one, Marth Sheik. The person that's at the disadvantage, in my opinion, it's never actually that bad.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of the times I think the person in the disadvantage usually doesn't have enough experience in the matchup.
Right.
And I feel like Nut has quite a bit of experience in this matchup. But when I've watched him play this matchup, he's always done relatively well compared to like the standard for most Sheiks. I don't think most Sheiks are like comfortable in this matchup at least.
Well, another thing about like people that main a character like Sheik is you can play one sort of way against a plethora of characters. Like you can play all the fast fallers kind of the same and all like the midweights the same, but this is a specific one that you can't just get away with the way you play against most top tiers. So you do have to find like,
you got
the little spots, and that's what we
No, that was a huge mistake.
So here's a throwback to one of the many places Abu is called home. He used to live in Columbus with Dreffin, and this was what their tournaments look like. So
does that Free Palestine live in Columbus too? Yeah, that's a lot of Sheik buffs.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say, not based on what we're seeing right now, but I mean even beforehand, Abu was the favorite here. A lot of experience here.
It's one of those where it's hard to say, because although Nut is losing, like if Nut just beat Prince Abu, I wouldn't be surprised either way. I'd expect Abu to win because of the matchup though. But
yeah, I mean if he gets this fair right here and he didn't get rested for that mistake of a F smash.
Yeah, we might be talking, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that should be. Oh, I thought he was gonna rest. Abu still got it though. Still looking relatively well. I think playing matchups are in your favor, or like also could be like it's a skill in itself, man. A lot of people are bad at matchups that are good for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like they just coast on their character strengths.
Right. I always thought that Puff, Sheik, and Marth had like a little triangle going. You know, like Sheik beats Marth, Marth beats Puff, Puff beats Sheik kind of thing.
Is that something you've always thought? Because I didn't think until very recently that Marth was like definitively beating Puff though.
You think so? Yeah, no. Maybe me, because a lot of people have said that matchup. Even I always thought Marth beat Puff though. Like if you just pivot tipper right, like it's tough. But
we got a game here a little bit.
He has to.
Did.
Yeah,
but
like, he had to play perfect.
So much of history, as far as Marth goes, was like dictated by Mewtwo King and what Mewtwo King thought.
Right.
Because he dealed in absolutes. He's like, Marth can't beat Puff. I need to play a different character, and everybody took their word for it. Right. You know, so
yeah, especially out here, I can see like, because like. Me being on the other side of that, right? Like just being around Mango, or just like watching Mango play. You know, you're like, man, I don't know, man. This is, I know Mango's better, but Marth could just win, bro.
Mango's Marth is so cool, don't you think? Like,
Mango's
one of my like, it's crazy.
It's so weird. It's super unorthodox. All right, so he goes back. I actually agree. I think why he lost wasn't because of the stage. Just like you said, like those errors, like the forward smash on shield. Nice by Boo resting that, because most puffs sometimes just like will drop that.
Right, that's a weird move. I mean, you never even know how to deal with that. Like, I say deal with that like you have to. But, you know, that is a weird move to rest because you don't see it ever. You know what I mean? That's not a move that Sheik is supposed to do.
And it's like 2 hitboxes, right?
You could probably sneak the rest in the middle of it.
Yeah, you can. It's
you can be safer at the end.
It's just weird. You like getting hit by 2 hitbox moves in general as opposed to 1.
But it's always so strange. So like, you're not sure. How many times have you been surprised when you got hit with a move that like people really don't use, and the end lag is almost nothing when you expect like you're like, why is this move bad again?
Right.
You know.
I've definitely gotten hit by Samus up smash and was like, wait,
I thought this was bad. Yeah.
All right now.
Yeah, it looks like we got a kind of a different playstyle going on. It was very needle heavy at the beginning.
I feel like Nuts kind of changed up. Once he was down 3-1, he's kind of just like playing like he's like on his last stock right now, which is.
You almost kind of. You need to play this way the whole game against Puff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Puff has the luxury of kind of like, you know, Puffs are patient by nature, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going to make it very long if you're an impatient Puff. God, even the GOAT, you know, Mango did not make it far as in like, you know, you could tell his patience wasn't going to hold up for that character.
Yeah.
He needed
especially for Sheik. And I like how Nuts is using the platforms to just like get his openings. Not really forcing too much, kind of just like, yo, whatever comes to me, I'm going to take it.
I remember that Abu is very animated in the way that like.
Oh yeah, it is up and down off his seat. I say too, I was saying this yesterday on commentary, how Puff with the lead is such a different character than without a lead. More to me than anybody almost in the game. I think this character is like 2 different characters with the lead.
Well, that probably goes back to the biggest move she has is rest, right? If she has a lead and that's on the table all the time, it's scary. But if she doesn't, you know,
but just like how you have to drift, how you have to play, because like most of the time in neutral, Puff could kind of dictate neutral by just kind of like drifting where she wants when she has a lead, but she can't do that when she's behind. So she has to like kind of force an interaction, but the character's bad at that, and it's just like that's why I think it's like such a different matchup. Yeah, that's why this matchup right now it looks like Nut is just progressively just doing better because it's like, okay, he has a lead and Abu has to force something, but he can't because like Puff is like not good at it.
Well, here's what I want to see. I do not want to see, even if Nut takes another stock right here.
Okay.
You can't let up from this playstyle that's gotten you this far, because 100%. A lot of the time that's what happens. You're like, okay, now I have room to breathe and play how I want to play. It's like, no, sorry. You're still at work. You have to.
Yeah, no, I
agree. You have to follow the policies.
100%. He's. Yeah, it's like a totally different. I'm telling you, bro. This character was behind sucks.
Wow.
He forced his hand. I think the like that very first stock is so important for Nut. If he has to get that lead to win.
Yeah, no, it's huge. I would love to see some data on like taking the first stock against Puff.
Right. It would change a lot. I think it dictates how Prince Abu has to force his neutral. He has to change. Neutral's totally different for him.
I'm going to say something, and I don't mean this, you know. You told me Nut's a pretty chill guy. He kind of looks like the guy from Squid Game, don't you think? The guy that wins it?
I mean, hey, that guy.
He's going to win this game.
That guy was actually pretty chill until shit got crazy. You know, he got a hard life, man. Yo.
Oh, yeah. We're kind of, I'm making the story in my head where, you know, he's got to win this, like, 100-person tournament to, you know, make it.
Hey. I don't know, Nut. He's a cool dude though, man.
I want to meet him.
He's super chill. I think
introduce me.
Yeah,
for sure. But really impressive game too.
Yeah. No, he's good in this matchup. He's played like I know like he's played DD quite a bit. Shout out to DD. I don't know what other Puffs he's played. Khalid, I'm sorry if I said your name incorrectly.
But again,
this
nowadays,
is a good Puffs that he's had to play against.
The regional, like having a Puff in your region isn't that important in the world of netplay.
No, because netplay is nuts.
Now, to know those connections are kind of impossible because it was back in the day. It's like, oh, okay, this guy's from, like Pittsburgh had a bait and Voodagen,
right,
two top
two
Luigis.
right.
So you could expect when you played someone from Pittsburgh that Luigi isn't going to just throw them off.
Right.
But now we live in this world that's so open, it's like, okay.
Yeah, anybody can play anybody.
You know, you're not going to catch them off guard. Because
I'm really liking how Nuts using the needle platform game. And then just coming down with the aerial, the watch, twist, repeat. Yep.
Rough angle.
Yeah,
Didn't want to go straight up because that's kind of giving it to a Boo. Like, just get F smash, but there was an angle to be had there. I think Sheik's one of those characters, like, you know how they always say Fox has like 150 different angles that he can do? When if you ask me, I was like, no, there's only really like, I don't know, like 12 or something, right?
Right.
But I think Sheik is the same way. There was an angle that was going to get both the things he wanted.
I think the biggest outlier when you could tell how good a Sheik is in this matchup, Nut has not gone for like a single grab since that first game. Like,
yeah, because what does it really even get you? If you do that thing, like a risky grab, you get maybe an F tilt or an F air or a nair or something.
Right.
That's really not worth dying for.
Right.
So yeah, a completely different game plan is working so far. And you love to see the adaptation.
Nice. Yep.
Even in round one pools, you'll love to see proper melee.
This is crazy, this is round one. This would definitely be a grand finals at a local.
Nice back air.
The classic, the sweet spot. I just like how Nut is playing when he's up close too. He's not like forcing situations at all.
Yeah, that wave dash had a shield, down smash. Just getting the little chip damage where he can.
Prince of Boo guy gets his edge guard right here, man. Oh, grab, yep. Grab that ledge, yes sir.
I may be
Forward
wrong,
smash.
but Boo has never been one to really be risky with his rest, though.
Right.
Like, I mean, we as players know what's restable and what's not. So when we saw that dash attack, we're like, that could have been rest, but
yeah, for sure.
You know, percent and leads dictate, you know, that kind of stuff just as much.
Okay.
Got the full needles.
Looking good.
Controlling the top platform. Yeah, this is big. Oh, grab
for
attempt.
grab, right?
Yeah. I mean, right there, that's not a bad
That's
grab to
pretty
have
safe,
because if you get that fair, that's a way to kill.
See, he was coming down off out of the air too, so it wasn't like he was on the ground crouch.
Just finding a strong aerial against Puff that controls
a
space.
rest would have been sick right there.
Yeah, that would have been put on the table.
Read. Yeah, that would have been hard.
A rest as part of the game is a statement.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I am confident in my 1v1 stock ability.
Hey, 69%. Not on the ledge. I think he should get off it personally. Just go back to the top platform. Yep, yeah.
Have you ever seen those signs on the highway, like the electronic signs that, like, I don't know, I feel like they have PR people that try to make these slogans like cool. Like I saw one that said, don't camp, or camp in the woods, not the left lane. I was thinking it'd be really funny. Camp the top platform, not the left lane.
Yeah, right. I've seen those.
Yeah. Ohio, notorious for their billboards.
Bro, yeah, I've seen some crazy billboards in Oakland. One was like, what was it in Oakland? It was just like, it's like practice safe sex, trust Jesus, and it was just it was just an ad. I'm like, yo, what?
There's a big old, then that does it.
And Nut, I'm telling you, bro.
Wow.
With the upset.
Looks up,